Excellent. We are live. Hope you are doing fantastic today. We are going to be diving into our omnipresent retargeting. Ask me anything. We're doing a live Q&A. Ask me anything. Let me know your biggest questions around omnipresent retargeting. That's being everywhere in your retargeting online. People come in through your cold ads, maybe they're YouTube ads that we talk about. And then from there, you actually retarget them on every platform. We've got a variety of questions. We already have a bunch already submitted, but let us know wherever you're watching this. We're live streaming to YouTube and Facebook and our Facebook group. Wherever you're watching this, let us know what your biggest omnipresent retargeting questions are, and we're going to answer them. We've actually got Lauren and her assistant Ziggy in the other room ready to get your questions ready to go. Everybody say hi to Ziggy, and Lauren's here as well. So thank you so much. Ziggy and Lauren are going to be monitoring your questions as you have them, and they'll be sending them over to me. So hope you're doing fantastic. I'm excited. We did a YouTube ads AMA last week. If you didn't get the chance to join live, be sure to watch the replay there. It's on the YouTube channel and in the Facebook group. And without further ado, let's dive in and kick it off with the first question. So let me know the questions down below. We've got a few that some people submitted in advance. So keep an eye on that, and that's going to allow you to submit questions in advance next time. But let us know if you have any questions, and Lauren and Ziggy are going to be posting those up in the comments. So Kenny and Tony asked, how are you able to follow me around wherever I go? And what's a good budget for this? Is there a minimum number of people I need on my list to implement this? All great questions. I'm going to hit all of them. So how do we follow you around wherever you go? Well, that's our omnipresent retargeting strategy. And so I genuinely believe that if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, marketer, the most underutilized asset in your business is your retargeting list. You have all of these people you have already paid for to get these leads. You've already paid so much money to get these leads to come to you. You don't want to stop there. You want to squeeze every last drop of juice out of all the leads that you're already paying for with your marketing. And that's your omnipresent retargeting. So you have all these leads that you've already paid to acquire. Now what we're doing is we're spending a little bit more money to reach them on every platform. We already know that this is your ideal client. This is your ideal person. They're already interested. They've already raised their hand. What you want to do is warm them up everywhere. I liken the omnipresent retargeting machine to like a gigantic microwave. If you think of all of your leads as popcorn kernels, you're putting those kernels into the microwave, and those are all of your leads. And the microwave is all the different platforms that you're running your ads on. So you're running ads on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Taboola, Outbrain, AdRoll. We're going to talk about all of those throughout this AMA, and feel free to ask me specific questions on here as well. So you are retargeting all of your ideal clients across every single platform. That warms up all those leads. It's like turning on a microwave, right? And what do microwaves do? They warm up everything that's inside of it, like popcorn kernels, until they're ready to pop. And in your case, you're warming up your leads until they're ready to be clients. And so that's our omnipresent retargeting strategy, is taking the people that opt into the funnel and then retargeting them on every single platform. Now, the other part of the question that Kenny and Tony asked is, what's a good budget for this? So in terms of budgets, I can't give you an exact number because it's not how much to spend. It's what percentage of your ad spend goes to retargeting versus cold traffic. Now, cold traffic is, of course, attracting brand new people that have never heard of you before. There's also warm traffic, which is taking people that maybe landed on your page, but they haven't actually opted in yet, or maybe they watched an ad, they watched a video, but they haven't taken action yet. That's warm retargeting. And then there's full hot retargeting, which is what we're talking about mostly in omnipresent retargeting, which is people that are already leads, but they haven't purchased yet, or they haven't booked a call, or they haven't fully taken action, that final step that you're looking for. We want to retarget those people across every platform. So in general, a sweet spot is around 20% of your ad spend going to your retargeting. Now, you might do a little bit more, might do about 30%. You might do a little bit less. 10% would be the minimum. Now, some people do even more than that. Some people will do 40% if they're really in a massive retargeting push. However, long-term sustainable, what we recommend is around 20% plus going to your retargeting. Usually we'll be within 20 to 30% of our ad spend goes directly into our OmniPresent retargeting. However, the OmniPresent retargeting typically generates more than 50% of our actual end actions. By end action, I mean not just brand new leads, because that's what you're bringing people in from cold traffic. But when we talk about end actions, for us, it's booked calls or purchases or sales. And for you, that could be whatever that final step is. Might be a purchase, might be a booked call, might be whatever that final step in your funnel is. And that's what you want to go for. So it's not actually about a number. It's more about what percentage of your budget. Now, is there a minimum number of people you need on your list to implement this? So in general, I would recommend, as long as you have at least 1,000 people, that's going to be sizable enough for OmniPresent retargeting. That's typically what we recommend to our clients and other people, just because before that, you're going to run into some limitations doing retargeting on YouTube and Google. They want to see over 1,000 people in these lists. And then in addition to that, if you don't have enough people there, it is going to be a little bit trickier. However, there are platforms that let you start off at around 100 people, like Facebook, like LinkedIn, and the sooner the better. But for our full OmniPresent retargeting strategy, you can kick the entire thing into full gear, even at 1,000 users. I was actually just on with my media buying and marketing team internally. And of course, we do a lot of OmniPresent retargeting for ad outreach, but we're also ramping that up for our software, keywordsearch.com, our YouTube keyword research and YouTube ad spy software. We're about to go full omnipresent. And that software has a much, much smaller budget than ad outreach. Obviously, ad outreach, we're spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a day, whereas keyword search, it's more like hundreds of dollars a day. But at any stage or any size of budget, you want to add that omnipresent retargeting because it's going to get people to take action on the back end of your funnel. So the next question, and by the way, if you are joining us now, let me know what your questions are wherever you're watching this. We are live streaming to YouTube. We are live streaming to Facebook and our Facebook group. You might be watching this somewhere else in the future too if we cross-post it. So definitely let us know your biggest questions. And by the way, we will be running this live stream as an omnipresent YouTube ad in the future, maybe some other platforms too. So if you're watching this on an ad, give a shout out in the comments down below in the future. All right. Bosma asked, how do you do the omnipresent method? Is it through a software that connects to all social media websites, or is it code you implement on social media? How does this work? And then the next, Martin also asked, is this a done for you service, or are we buying training? I think both of those kind of go together. So omnipresent retargeting is a strategy. And the way that we help people with it is we actually teach you how to use this strategy, but then also help you set it up hands-on. But in general, omnipresent retargeting, it's not a software, it's not a particular thing that you do. It's setting up the omnipresent retargeting on multiple platforms and then having that run long-term. And so what we do at Ad Outreach is we help our clients set this up. We also have free trainings and resources as well that can get you started. We've got our omnipresent retargeting PDF. It's a 24-page PDF, completely free. I'll have Lauren or some member of our team drop that in the chat so you can get that link to the PDF if you haven't read it yet. But it's our 24-page PDF that walks through the entire strategy. And then, of course, it's something that we help our clients implement. But in terms of this, it's something you would set up in each of the ad platforms. But once you set it up on those platforms, it's going to help you run with it long term. So once you get this set up, then you can scale it on the different platforms. The omnipresent retargeting machine is a strategy, but it's meant to be a long-term strategy. Set this up and then keep running with it long-term. And again, if you're interested in having our team help you with omnipresent retargeting, you can always go to adoutreach.com/apply. We'll put that link on the streams here as well. All right. Adam asks, what percentage are you putting in each platform? And is YouTube for top of funnel? So YouTube top of funnel, yes. So our main strategy here at Ad Outreach follows with marketing, really follows three main points, right? We have top of funnel in terms of paid ads is YouTube ads. YouTube ads bring people in from scratch. So people see us first on a YouTube ad. You can check out our other YouTube ads, strategies, trainings, our AMA we did last week. YouTube ads bring people in. And then omnipresent retargeting gets in front of them on every single platform. And then our third component to our marketing strategy is organic. We call it conversion videos, which isn't just on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's also on Instagram and on Facebook and on multiple platforms and LinkedIn. but predominantly on YouTube, which is our conversion video strategies, organic YouTube videos that warm people up. And those can affect people at any level. They might discover us brand new with those videos, or they might be already in our retargeting and then they see one of our other YouTube videos. So we have our conversion video strategy, which is organic strategy, YouTube ads to bring people in, and then omnipresent retargeting to warm them up until they're ready to become a client. And then the other part was, what percentage are you putting into each platform? That's a great question. And honestly, it depends on, with each platform, where we're getting the most yield at that period of time. So what we want to do is we want to spend a little bit more on one platform, spend a little bit more on another platform, and go back and forth on that. And that's actually one of our secret sauces as well, is knowing, okay, where do we allocate the spend? Because once you have omnipresent retargeting on multiple platforms, what you can do is you can see where all of those conversions are coming on different platforms and then prioritize those over other ones. So that's what we recommend there. And in terms of the platforms that we're using, by the way, this is our AMA. So if you're just joining us, let us know the questions down below. We're streaming this cross-platform. So let us know what your biggest omnipresent retargeting questions are. And I'm happy to answer all of those. But in terms of the platforms that we use, we do YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram, and those are kind of, some of these are combined, right? So Facebook and Instagram, YouTube and Google. We do TikTok, Taboola, Outbrain. We do AdRoll. We do Pinterest. We do Twitter. And I'm probably forgetting some in there as well. So we do a wide variety. LinkedIn, if I didn't mention that already. So we do a wide variety of different platforms. And if you want to learn exactly how we set this up, I do have a omnipresent retargeting webinar and also a more recent omnipresent retargeting PDF. It's 24 pages long. Really, it's no fluff. It dives into the actual content, mapped out exactly how this works, completely free. You hopped on here, and I'm happy to answer additional questions as we go in here. So, all right, let's take a look at the next question that we have here. All right, so we have Jeff Miller asking, are there any stupid, simple 80% copy and paste YouTube campaigns that just kind of work out of the gate fast? I love it. That is an awesome question, Jeff, because I can give you 2 exact formulas. So there's 5 key types of YouTube retargeting ads. And the main type, and I'm going to give you exactly what to say and do, is our classic YouTube retargeting ad. And I'm going to get to that in a second. This is tried and true. It works. 80% of it's copy and paste. I'm going to give that to you in a second. Then there's value-driven and content-based ads with a soft CTA. So you're doing value, you're providing value, and you have a soft CTA at the end, and you're actually running those as ads. Those you'll usually run as in-feed ads, ads that appear as you scroll or alongside other videos as a suggested ad on YouTube. Whereas the classic ads run as more in-stream, or VAC, in front of other videos and in other places on YouTube. And then in addition to that, we also have testimonial and case study ads. So individual testimonials, case studies, right? Speaking about the results that clients are getting. Bonus points if you target specific testimonials or specific case studies towards somebody who's in an industry using layering on YouTube that we talk about, which is really powerful. And then we have something called the testimonial supercut, which I'm going to get into in a second, but that's a collection of different testimonials all back to back. I'll tell you some secrets around that in just a second. So great question, Jeff. And then in addition to that, we also have cross promotion retargeting. So let's say somebody comes in and signs up for our YouTube ads webinar. Whether they watch that or not, let's say they haven't booked a call to become a client. Well, what we might do is we might retarget them with our YouTube ads PDF. Maybe they're not really a webinar person. Maybe they're going to consume the PDF. Or we might retarget them with something totally different, our omnipresent retargeting strategy. So we might retarget them with something else. So cross-promotional retargeting is the 5th. So you have kind of those 5 main areas. We have the classic YouTube retargeting ad. We have the content value-driven with the soft CTA. Then you have testimonials, case studies. You have the supercut, which we'll talk about in a second. And you also have the cross-promotional retargeting, where you're taking people who opt into one thing, and then you're also delivering other things to them as well. Now, you asked me for an 80% cut and paste retargeting strategy. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to give you. And by the way, if you're just joining now, we are answering these questions as part of a live AMA. So let me know down below what your biggest questions are. So Jeff asked, are there any stupid, simple 80% copy and paste YouTube campaigns that just work out of the gate fast, here's exactly what you can do. This is our classic YouTube retargeting template. It goes like this. First, you remind, you entice, you provide a small bit of value, and then you have a call to action. So remind, entice, value, call to action. That's the very simple one, but I'll give you an example. So here's exactly how I would do it. Hey, it's Alric here. I know you watched our webinar on how to use YouTube ads to scale your business to 7 or 8 figures. Now, I just wanted to remind you about my opportunity to book a strategy call with our team. Now, on this call, we're going to dive deep and actually map out how you can use 3D YouTube ads targeting to pinpoint the perfect people every single time with your YouTube ads. And so on that call, we're going to actually help you identify that perfect person, reaching the right person with the ability to invest at the right time with the right ad. And one of the big things that people get wrong is, and then I would dive into that X, Y, and Z. So click the link right here on the screen, and you're going to go ahead and be able to sign up for my, or to book a call with my team. We're going to dive in personally mapping out exactly how you can use YouTube ads to scale your business to that next level. Click the link right here on the screen, and I will see you on the call. And then you go to a big picture of the application page or the landing page right after that. And so it's it's simple. It goes like this. It goes like this. You do remind and entice. So you remind them of what they signed up for. Now you can add a hook at the beginning of this, but because it's retargeting, even just saying who you are and reminding them of what they watched of your content, that in of itself is a hook. That wouldn't be a hook to cold traffic, but that can be a hook to retargeting. And trust me, this works really well. So if you remind them what they signed up for, who you are, what they signed up for, and the value they got on that. So for us, we'd remind them about the YouTube ads webinar that they signed up for, the value that they got. Then we'd entice them, right, about what that opportunity is. So I just want to remind you about our opportunity to speak with our team to map out an exact strategy, X, Y, and Z. Then you're going to give them a little bit extra value. So for us, as you can see, we actually mapped out that 3D aspect of YouTube ads and some of the big mistakes that they can make. And then we have the call to action at the end. So remind, entice, value, call to action. That's a very simple YouTube retargeting ad that should get you results right off the bat. Now, you want to combine that with the other types of ads, which is the content-driven ads, which are going to be the testimonial case study. Supercut. Supercut, by the way, is you take all your testimonials, all your case studies, you either have your editor or you go on Upwork or wherever you find video editors, and you go in and you say, I want you to take all of these videos and condense it down into the best parts, the most powerful parts. Now, you might need to go through yourself, or if you hire somebody a little bit more skilled, they can go through it, but you take all the best parts and you clip them back to back. Now, we have an example on adoutreach.com/apply. It's one of the top videos. So when you go to adoutreach.com/apply, it's one of the top videos there, and it's our testimonial supercut. I highly recommend replicating that for your own business. It works really well for us, works really well for clients, because you can see multiple case studies and testimonials all back to back in quick succession. It's all the big wins one after another. And the more testimonials you have, the better this works. But you could even do this even if you have just half a dozen or a dozen testimonials. You'll just use more clips from those same ones. For us, since we have hundreds and hundreds, we use very small clips, and there's so many people, and then people are watching and they see, wow, we work with all kinds of different industries, all kinds of different people. They see themselves in the people on that supercut. So that's the testimonial supercut side. Jeff, I hope that answers your question there. All right. So the next question we have here is, what type of ad is best for personal development digital programs? That is a great question. So what you want to do is, I would recommend using all 5 of those retargeting ads. Now, on the front end, YouTube ads are going to be the best to bring people in. But on the back end, what you want to do is you want to have those 5 different categories. Again, classic retargeting ads, reminding them, call to action, get them to take action. You want to have the content driven. You want to have the case studies, testimonials. You want to have a supercut, variety of testimonials, and then also ones that cross promote other offerings that you're not offerings, but other trainings, other pieces of content, other pieces of value that you happen to have within your business. And for personal development, I'd recommend running cross-platform. So I do YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, AdRoll. I'd run on all the platforms. and spend about 20 to 30% of your budget on retargeting to all the leads that are already coming in. And if you're not already, YouTube ads work the absolute best for personal development. I can tell you that hands down. We have so many people in personal development we work with. I mean, we even worked with, unfortunately, obviously passed away a few months ago, Bob Proctor, but we work with Proctor Gallagher Institute. We work with a lot of the top people in personal development, and YouTube ads are at the absolute pinnacle. So I highly recommend that. Excellent. All right. Mario asks, would the omnipresent strategy work for new real estate agents targeting high net worth individuals from New York, Austin, California, looking to move to Puerto Rico for tax incentive purposes? Yes, it would. However, to target and reach brand new people, you're probably going to want to watch our YouTube ads trainings and strategy there. I did an AMA on YouTube ads last week that you can watch, but also we have a full webinar on YouTube ads and also a full PDF training on YouTube ads as well. So Mario, what I'd recommend for you, just because everybody who's on this one are looking for omnipresent, I would have you go and watch those YouTube ads trainings, because that's how you're going to reach new people. Then once they come in, then you can retarget them everywhere. Because think about this, moving to Puerto Rico is not an immediate decision. It's something somebody might be thinking about for a period of time. I have a friend that's looking at moving to Puerto Rico right now, and he's been talking about this for over 6 months, 8 months. And, he's looking like he's about to pull the trigger, but it takes a long period of time for people to be able to do that. And so, one of the things that I'd recommend is YouTube ads find the people, and that'll find the people from those areas. So I'd watch those trainings, but then you're going to get in front of them again and again, so that when they do make that decision to move to Puerto Rico, they're calling you instead of anybody else. So the omnipresent retargeting, now all of a sudden, every time they go on YouTube, every time they go on Facebook, every time they go on, any platform, LinkedIn, or they just go on any website, they check the weather, you've got banner ads because of ad roll. Now you're popping up everywhere. And when they are ready to make that decision to move to Puerto Rico, you're going to be right there in front of them, and they're going to call you. They're going to click that button and talk to you. So yes, omnipresent will work great, Mario. It's just not to find new people. It's to take people that have already shown interest and keep targeting them into the future until they're ready to actually move. And trust me, a lot of real estate people aren't using this type of strategy. You start using this, you're going to stand up way, way above the crowd, especially with something like helping people to move to Puerto Rico. YouTube ads plus omnipresent would be great for you. All right, Ron Carmichael asks, how easy is it to run omnipresent ads on TikTok? So TikTok is a more recent retargeting ad platform. Some people have access to that, some people don't. I'd have to talk with my team to see how many people have access. I know that they're working on rolling out retargeting to more and more people. They're now pixel based. So with omnipresent retargeting, I know it is really valuable for us on TikTok in addition to our classic ads. However, in terms of how easy it is, that is a newer platform. I'll say that the other platforms are very easy. What I do know about that side of things in terms of other people using it is it is easy to set up, but I don't know if everybody has full access to it yet. So I'll have to go and double check that, because I know the last time we were rolling this out, we're telling people, oh, you should do all these and TikTok as well. Some people didn't have full access to TikTok. So as if you have access to retargeting on TikTok, then that is going to be valuable for you. But it is a newer retargeting platform. Historically, they've been more cold traffic focused. Whereas YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, these other platforms are very easy just to plug and play right off the bat on that retargeting. All right. Wearbands asked, interested in YouTube right now. Can you talk a little bit about what's working on YouTube right now for consumer products versus leads? Great question. And one of the things that we really talked about before was we talked about YouTube ads on that last AMA. So what I'll tell you just real quick, hook, educate, call to action, providing value in your ad. That's the key. That's what works right now on those ads. And then in terms of your targeting, 3D YouTube ads, reaching the right person with the ability to invest at the right time with the right YouTube ad. That's what drives those conversions. So you want to layer those ads. Now, what I'd recommend for you, Wearbands, is I would go and watch our YouTube ads webinar. Also, feel free to get our YouTube ads PDF. We'll put all these links associated with this. I'll have Lauren drop those links or reply to you with those links, or my team will reach out. And I would check that out. Also, we did an AMA last week as well. So that should help you with all the latest with YouTube ads right now. Excellent. You also asked, how do privacy issues affect retargeting ads? Is it harder to get back in front of people now? That's a great question. So there is a little bit of a reduction in the ability to do retargeting ads because of iOS privacy issues. However, you still have the ability to get in front of the majority of people, especially on platforms like YouTube and Google, where people are signed into their YouTube account, they're signed into their Google account, even if they're on their device. So yes, there's a slight reduction, or there is a reduction in retargeting capabilities and also tracking capabilities. However, we're still seeing retargeting ads working very well. And it's kind of like that question that people used to ask about YouTube or Facebook, or really any platform. Well, what if my people don't use YouTube or don't use Facebook? Well, yeah, some people don't use YouTube. Some people don't use Facebook, but most people do, and it mostly does work. And you're also not going to pay to reach those people that aren't on the platform. It's the same thing here. So yes, are you going to be able to reach 100% of the people? Unfortunately not. There are some tracking issues, especially with iOS devices. However, can you reach the majority of people that are your leads? Yes. And by being able to do that, it's going to still give you a much, much better boost. So hopefully that answers the question on the retargeting side. All right, next question we have. By the way, feel free to let me know your questions down in the comments. It's been awesome to see questions coming in from YouTube, from Facebook, from the different platforms. We are answering your biggest omnipresent retargeting questions. We're going to be providing some resources as well on omnipresent retargeting, and let's keep rocking here. So the next question, and this is from Sunny, is asking, what's been your favorite retargeting hack? All right. So favorite retargeting hack, great question. Now, obviously, I love and I'm very preferential to YouTube. I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you two retargeting hacks. One is on YouTube and one's actually on LinkedIn, and I'm going to talk about it in a second. You're not going to want to miss the second one. It will shock you. I'm just using my little clickbait title there. But anyway, so the first one is in-feed video on YouTube. So you have in-feed retargeting ads. So obviously we talk a lot about the VAC ads and in-stream ads that appear in front of other videos. However, there's another type of YouTube ad that you can run called in-feed videos. These are videos that appear in the search results as people are scrolling. On desktop, it appears either in the search results or in the suggested videos tab. So these are videos on YouTube that somebody's searching or they're watching another video. It's a suggested ad. Now, these videos, typically per view, it's a fraction of the cost. A fifth the cost is pretty normal. Sometimes a tenth the cost. At the very least, it's half the cost of VAC ads. And that's because you're not optimizing for conversions. You're also keeping people on the YouTube platform. So YouTube's going to charge a little bit more money to get people to go off of platform onto your site. And the reason for that is now YouTube can't run more ads in front of that person. However, if you're going from YouTube to YouTube, it's going to be cheaper to get in front of people. It's the same way on Facebook. If you're familiar with, obviously you don't want to do this, but like boosting a post for engagement versus actually running a conversion ad. It's going to be a lot cheaper to get a lot more views with engagement. But are views really what you're looking for? Well, it depends on what your goal is. On the back end on YouTube, in-feed ads, you're bidding per view, not per conversion. And so what you can do is you can get in front of people with content on your YouTube channel and actually simulate somebody being subscribed to your YouTube channel, even if they aren't subscribed. So think about that. You can take all the people that are opting in and you can actually start running ads to them as in-feed ads that appear while they're scrolling through, while they're watching other videos on the side. With the video on YouTube, they click it. Now they're watching an actual YouTube video of you, and you can actually reach them with your YouTube videos without them being subscribed for a fraction of the cost. Now, if it costs you, let's say 10, 15, 20 cents, whatever it happens to be, might be less if you're really mass market, to get that view, you might be getting a view, though, that is taking somebody from not really trusting you to fully trusting you. Then that ad itself is not necessarily going to be what drives the final conversion. However, what will drive the final conversion is the next time they see one of the classic retargeting ads, bam, that reminds them to book a call. And that's what's going to get them actually to book a call and fully take action. So you're going to be able to get in front of them with value and content. Now, here's a great example. This live stream that we are doing right now is going to be uploaded on YouTube. I think we're live streaming to YouTube. So we're going to let it exist on YouTube. Then we're going to run this as an in-feed ad. So anybody else who's searching is going to be able to see this video And we'll run this as an ad to anybody who's ever opted into any of our stuff. Now, not everybody's going to click on it or watch it, but we're going to get a lot of impressions, and certain people are going to say, oh, I'm curious in this AMA. I don't know why I'm being served this video as I'm scrolling through YouTube. I'm not subscribed to Alric, but I'm going to click it. I'm going to watch it. And what's going to happen is we're going to warm up those people. And if this is an hour-long AMA, they're going to watch a long period of this AMA and get them warmed up. It's a little bit meta because we're talking about it right now. Maybe that was your experience. Ask yourself, if you're watching this as a replay, how did you come across this video? So that's going to be one of the powerful hacks. And you know what? Let me know. You guys want me to give another hack? All right. I think I will. I know there's a little bit of a time delay. So before I see the comments come in, yes, another hack. The LinkedIn hack. I mean, I have to. I teased you already, actually. I got to deliver on this. So the LinkedIn hack is you can do LinkedIn message ads as retargeting ads. So you can actually take all the people that are opted in and then retarget them with what's called a LinkedIn message ad. And this is an ad that appears in their LinkedIn inbox as if it's a message from you. It's got your picture. It appears as a message in their inbox that says, hey, name, and it's customized with their name. I saw you watched our YouTube ads webinar, but you haven't booked a call to speak with our team yet. I just want to remind you about the opportunity to book a call. We'll map out our exact YouTube ads and omnipresent retargeting strategy to help your business scale and grow. Here's the link again to book your call, and then you can drop the link. Now, this is a message that goes to people's LinkedIn email inboxes automatically as an ad that you set up once, and it just runs indefinitely. So, if you've been on our site and you frequent LinkedIn, maybe you open up LinkedIn Messenger and all of a sudden I'm there in your inbox. I didn't have to send it. It's actually an ad. And then in addition to that, what you can also do is there is a spotlight ad on LinkedIn where you can actually have right on the side, you can put your face next to their face from their profile. It's nuts. And then say, don't forget to book your omnipresent retargeting strategy call with Alric. And it's literally my face next to their face on LinkedIn in the spotlight. It works incredibly well. It's like me plus you, strategy call. Don't forget to book it. Those ads also work very well as well. That's a great ninja tactic. So great question there. All right. Let me know if you guys have other. Oh, we got a bunch of questions popping in here. This is great. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. All right. Let's scroll up. All right. So Living Healthy Wellness asks, if you're just promoting affiliates like ClickBank supplements or survival offers, don't really have a brand, would retargeting make sense to link back to your YouTube ad? So that's a great question. Actually, I honestly got to tell you, if you're promoting affiliate offers, retargeting is your absolute best friend, because you want to make sure that you don't want to just reach brand new people every time you're promoting an affiliate offer, right? Brand new cold people. You want to know who are all the people that are buyers, who are all the people that are clicking these ads. And so what you can do on YouTube is, or really any platform, is if they go to a landing page, you can send that back. Now, I know sometimes with affiliates, you don't get the final conversion data. I understand. I get it. We work with a lot of people who do affiliate stuff. However, if you have a bridge page, so from your ad to a bridge page, and then that way you're collecting their email. I always recommend affiliate marketers use a bridge page. It's your own email collection. That way you own the email. You can market to them later. You also can go back and retarget to all those people. So you can email them and retarget them on YouTube and other platforms. Now, if you're not doing that, you can also do warm traffic YouTube retargeting. So you can actually retarget anybody who's watching your YouTube videos as an ad, which, by the way, if you're watching this right now and you have a YouTube channel that has more than 1,000 subscribers, right, or a few thousand or more, especially if you have 100,000, we've had people 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, and you are not running warm retargeting ads to your subscribers, to the people that like your videos, to the people that watch your videos, you are sitting on a gold mine. And you should literally, this is no joke, book a call with us. And I mean, the amount of money you're going to make, bam, from day one is massive, because the people, if you have a YouTube channel already, you can actually go and target your subscribers, people who have liked your videos, people who have watched your videos. But here's the thing. YouTube only lets you go back 30 days, but you can go forward 540. So the longer you wait, you are missing out, because you can only retroactively go back to people that subscribed in the last 30 days or in the last or liked in the last 30 days or watched in the last 30 days. However, once you set up these buckets, you can actually capture people for 540 days. So big difference there. So again, if you have a big YouTube channel, that's going to be really powerful for you. All right, so that's Living Healthy's question. All right, Ryan asks, how do the retargeting settings in YouTube ads work in order to retarget people on the other platforms, on any website, LinkedIn, Facebook? Great question. So on each individual opt-in that you have, you're going to want to put all of the different pixels: YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, ad roll, the different pixels, and then you're going to be able to use each of those pixels in your retargeting. So you can't just set it up from Google. You do need to put the different pixel codes from the different sites on each of the platforms, which would be pretty powerful. Which is what you're going to want to do. Now, you can use a tool called Google Tag Manager. Google Tag Manager actually works really well. It allows you to change all of the tags, just edit it in one place and then automatically apply it to every single page. A little bit advanced. That's something that we help our clients set up. But Google Tag Manager is something to check out. All right. Oh, my. All right. Thomas Bradley is asking the real questions here, the hard questions. He says, do you believe in frequency capping? No, just kidding. Well, for us, what we do is we do a tiered retargeting strategy. By the way, no is a joke. However, it's also not fully a joke, because I do believe that people limit their frequency too much without realizing that every time they run this study of how many touch points that you need for your retargeting, it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it used to be 7 touch points. And then it was 14 touch points. Then it was 21 touch points. I was just on an interview with Perry Belcher, internet marketing legend, and he said that it's now 70 touch points. I mean, it's so many touch points that you have. And so, what people do is they just don't run enough ads. However, you want to frequency cap the individual ads. So me appearing in front of you, I personally can afford and want to get in front of you every time. But you have to look at the value of your user. I know the value of somebody being a client with us is a lot of money. It's also a lot of money for them. And so I'm willing and I'm able to go out and actually get in front of people everywhere. If you're high ticket, coach, consultant, course creator, you're going to want to go out and actually target. We're selling a high ticket product or service, right? What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to really just have maximum omnipresent. Now, if it's lower ticket, you're going to have to be a little bit more careful with frequency. But here's the big mistake that people make. They hear my comments and they misinterpret it. They make one ad and then they jack the frequency up for that ad to like a ridiculous amount. That's not what I'm talking about. If you've seen my omnipresent retargeting, one of the reasons it works is I literally have hundreds of different retargeting ads. That's not an exaggeration. Now, you don't need hundreds. I told you need 5. You need 5 different types. You start with one of each, and then you build more out as your business grows, as you grow your retargeting. Again, you can also just have 5. The big mistake people make is they hear me give the script for the classic YouTube retargeting ad, and they just set that up. And they cut and paste the same video to LinkedIn, and the same video to Facebook, and the same video to other platforms. They just run this one retargeting ad video. That's where you run into frequency problems. What you want to do is you want to do different videos, and you want to warm people up. Where you run into frequency capping problems is you keep getting in front of somebody again and again, book a call, book a call, book a call, book a call. That's very different than, hey, just a reminder to book a call. Here's some value, diving into value. Here's a case study and testimonial. Here's a new one. Here is a supercut of a variety of clients. And then also here's another training that you can get completely for free. All right, hey, just another reminder to book a call. Here's some more content. Here's another case study. Here's our supercut again. Here's another training we made, some more free content. And so you're giving them this flywheel of different pieces of content. That's what's going to be the best. Awesome. So great question. All right. Paul asks, I love what you guys do. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. I host an online writing course for international English learners. Is your technique helpful for reaching viewers and customers internationally? Absolutely. And one of our clients, Alex, he does incredibly well. He teaches English speakers how to speak French, and he teaches French people how to speak English. He's got both. He's got kind of the cross thing going. And I mean, he's doing incredible. We've got testimonials, case studies of him. But one of the big things that you see, whether it's him or other people, we got a bunch of clients in Latin America. We got a bunch of clients in Europe, several in Australia and New Zealand. But we've got a lot of clients from all over. And the one big thing that you see, and this is especially prevalent in Latin America, but also Europe has some of this as well, depending on the country, especially foreign language, is there is a lot less competition and a lot less people are using the strategies we're talking about. You could be one of the only people. And so I remember, I think it was Luis that we were working with in Latin America. He was targeting people getting full webinar registrants for less than $1 a piece. I mean, you can't get that anymore in English speaking countries, but he was getting that in Latin America, and he was getting just absolutely unheard of stats. You know, full book calls $20 or less. Absolutely insane. And we got a whole like case study and testimonial from him. But the reason he's able to do that is there's just so fewer competition internationally. Also, by the way, you can target people based on the language of the videos that they're watching or the language that they speak. So you can go in on YouTube and really retarget them. In terms of retargeting, for what you're asking, Paul, retargeting is going to be great too, because then the costs are also going to be lower in these other countries internationally. What I can tell you is our costs are lower in international countries. On the flip side, however, with international countries for the higher ticket, there is a little bit of that trade-off. However, with what you're doing, if you have something that works really well internationally, the costs are a lot cheaper. I definitely recommend. By the way, for Paul and a few of the other people who've been asking some questions here, feel free to go to adoutreach.com/apply, book a strategy call, talk with our team. We'll talk about YouTube ads. We'll talk about OmniPresent. I think we have a specific link, adoutreach.com/omnipresent, adoutreach.com/omnipresent. That's specifically an OmniPresent retargeting strategy call. You can go to, goes to the same people. Our team is skilled in YouTube ads and OmniPresent. But adoutreach.com/omnipresent, book an OmniPresent retargeting strategy call. We'll dive in. We'll map out exactly how that's going to work for you. Because it definitely will work for what you're talking about. All right. Thomas Bradley asks, is YouTube as effective for retargeting as the other retargeting as the other retargeting platforms, Facebook, AdRoll, etc.? Absolutely. And what I will say is that YouTube retargeting works the best. I was just on with Perry Belcher. We've helped him with some of his retargeting strategies. I'm speaking at his event in Las Vegas in a couple weeks, 500 people there. It's called the Weirdest Event. It's kind of funny. It's great. Weirdestevent.com if you're watching this and you're interested. But so I'm going to be speaking out there with Perry. And I was talking with him, and he's been implementing a bunch of these strategies. And he said, yeah, YouTube retargeting is just unreal, how good it is. Again, I'm paraphrasing the exact quote. That interview, I think he posted on his Facebook page. We talked about YouTube retargeting itself, very, very powerful. So, not just me, obviously take my word for it too, but other people who are implementing this with YouTube is working for some of the best retargeting because you're getting in front of them on video. It's not just something you're scrolling by or seeing on AdRoll. You're actually getting directly in front of them on video. YouTube is very, very powerful for retargeting. All right, Ben asked, Ben Marketing asked, you talk about how I can reach, can you talk about how I can reach distressed homeowners who need to sell, investor who buys real estate? Awesome. So Ben, what I would recommend is going in and watching our YouTube ads trainings. What you want to do is reach people. Again, reaching new people is YouTube ads. That's our recommendation. You want to reach the right person with the ability to invest at the right time with the right YouTube ad, hook, educate, call to action to get them to convert. I have a full training on exactly how to do that. So you're going to want to reach people, again, right person, distressed home buyers. You could reach people that have maybe potential financial problems. You're going to layer that ability to invest, or just there's somebody that's a good fit for this. You could do lower 50% household income earners. That could be something. And then you're layering it with watching videos about how to get money quickly, how to get cash, how to sell their home. Layer those three together, get the right ad, hook, educate, call to action. Go ahead and watch the videos and feel free to book a strategy call to see how that works. But I do want to keep this video more around omnipresent retargeting. On the back end, though, you can start retargeting them once they come in. You can retarget them everywhere. Hey, still looking to sell that home? We buy for cash. We buy fast. And then you can get retargeting on every platform. You get YouTube retargeting, reminding them. You could have Facebook retargeting, ad roll, banners, Google display banners. So images, still looking to sell your home, ? Sell your home fast today. Click here. And you get some good omnipresent retargeting as well for that. All right. Oh, okay. So Thomas Bradley also asked, is my succulent floating? Why, yes, it is. You can see right here, this is my floating succulent right here. And I've also got my rotating globe. And I also have a floating light bulb. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. Got my floating light bulb as well, off screen, floating light bulb. The light bulb sometimes like messes up the camera a little bit. Right now it's raining outside, so it's a little easier. But yeah, I've got my little succulent, my light bulb, and my ink and stuff. We actually just got, I forgot to say this at the beginning. So super, super exciting news. We just got number 60 on the Inc. 5000 list of the fastest growing companies in America for 2022. We were number 87 last year, number 60 this year, 6,052% growth. Honestly, absolutely incredible, surreal to me. We've got an amazing team. We got amazing clients growing really fast. And literally, we practice what we preach. The same strategies that helped us grow 6,052% in the last 3 years are the exact same strategies that we help our clients with YouTube and OmniPresent. The other thing too is Inc. does a full financial audit. And obviously, I want you guys to trust me as well. But I know out here sometimes it's hard to know. Have people done it? Are they actually doing it? Are they actually as successful as they say? And I also try not to brag either. So sometimes it's hard to see that. But look at Inc. That actually they audit our financials, number 60 fastest growing company. And that's what we want to help you out with as well. On YouTube, OmniPresent, we practice what we preach. You go onto our website, we're omnipresent. That's what we're doing. So Thomas, the succulent, short answer, it is in fact floating. There's a gift from one of my advisors, Adam, which, by the way, if you go to adoutreach.com/omnipresent for an omnipresent call, or adoutreach.com/apply for a YouTube ad strategy call, you might get to speak to Adam, who is the person who sent me my floating succulent. All right, Karen asks, how do you do omnipresent retargeting on websites that are not major social media platforms, just other regular websites that are not social media that have ads on them? Is that through using Google somehow? Okay, so retargeting on other websites, non-platform. So yes, and another platform. So there's two big ones that we do for display. Google, so we do Google display retargeting and Google discovery ad retargeting. And those display and discovery ads will appear on other websites. So you want to set that up in Google. And again, this is more of a Q&A, but you can get my OmniPresent PDF. I don't know the URL off the top of my head. I'll have Lauren or a team member post that URL that covers the 24 main strategies. And then also you can go to adoutreach.com/omnipresent. We can help you set that up. But Google, and then the other is AdRoll. AdRoll buys all the cheap inventory on different websites and allows you just to absolutely blanket the internet with display advertising. It is super powerful. Highly, highly recommend if you get the opportunity to use a little bit of AdRoll because you can basically just get super cheap banners. They buy the banners on websites like weather.com and, dictionary sites and all these different things. That is an absolute pro tip. Even $10 on AdRoll goes a really long way. I just greenlit, we're going to be doing some stuff on AdRoll with keyword search, our keyword research SaaS software. We're going full omnipresent on that. We've been doing more of our specific YouTube ads, and search ads also work really well as keyword research software. But what we're doing now is rolling that out full omnipresent. And already the initial omnipresent that we see work really well. So even for SaaS companies, even smaller companies that have smaller budgets, that are very bootstrapped, you're going to be able to get that ability in addition to things that are higher ticket as well. All right, great question. All right, Living Healthy Wellness says you're always popping up on my LinkedIn feed, so this stuff works. I love it. It absolutely does work. We practice what we preach. So I'm so glad that you can see that. So thank you so much, and feel free, book a call. I'd love to help you with this as well. All right, Daniel Batcher asks, can I retarget people from my email list I've grown off the back of Facebook ads on YouTube? So there are two answers to the question. One answer is yes, but the other asterisk is you have to be what's called an approved advertiser on Google. And that does require, typically, again, they don't officially disclose exactly how long, but it could be $50,000 or 3 months worth of spending on Google. And so you might need to run some cold traffic first, but you can run retargeting ads to people that are pixeled with your Google tag. So the one downside of Google and YouTube is, at least right now, and this may change, I hope it changes, we've been asking them for this, is getting a list and uploading directly to Google if you haven't built the audience there. They want you to be what's called an approved advertiser, which in general requires about $50,000 worth of spend and 3 months of advertising activity on Google. It's just an unfortunate thing that they do require you to do. But once you do that, then you should have that ability. So hopefully that helps answer that question for you. So yes, you can, but you might not be able to do it right off the bat. But what you can do right off the bat is you can set up your retargeting list. However, I'd recommend going to some of the other platforms as well. So you got to get the code, the Google tag on your page ASAP, because you can start running to people with the Google tag from day one. It's just uploading an email list takes a little bit longer on Google. There's a couple hoops to jump through. All right, with a new account at least. Michael Mills asks, do you have to set up those pixels on each page of your website for more targeted ads? Great question. You can use something called Google Tag Manager, where you don't have to manually go into every page. You just make the edits in Tag Manager. You set Tag Manager up across your entire website. And there's a couple different ways to do it. If you use ClickFunnels, there's an easy way to do that in the header. If you use WordPress, there's an easy way to do that. Regardless of what you use, if you have a dev team, they can help you with that. That is one thing that we help our clients with. Is one of the calls that we have on the YouTube ad side and on the OmniPresent side is just a full conversion setup, tech setup call. We want to dive in. We'll actually help you set every single piece up, because you get one thing wrong, and it doesn't work the right way. You really have to make sure that you get these conversions, audiences set up, pixels set up, Google tags set up. So that's something that we do with our clients as well. So Michael Mills asks, do some selling of high ticket original art, student of David Evans. Oh, it's awesome. I love David, an amazing client of ours. I love it. I love it. Can you get that targeted with that audience? So if you're selling original equine art, yes, you can. You can get specifically targeted on that. And, there's going to be videos related to that on YouTube. I would also recommend you can do keyword research on keywordsearch.com. That's my YouTube keyword research SaaS as well. So if you're just looking to see, okay, what are people watching or looking up? It might not be that specific term, but maybe they're looking up certain art or certain terms around that. You can do a few free searches as well on that before they're, obviously paid subscription and everything. And I recommend go to adoutreach.com/apply. I would book a call, Michael. And what we're going to do too is we're going to tell you if this is a good fit or not a good fit, and point you in the right direction. So there you go. All right. Dr. Gustavo asks, hi, Alric, awesome information. All right. Thank you. I'm a psychologist, but my target audience is for Spanish speaking clients, mostly undocumented. They watch YouTube. How can I reach them? Great question. Okay. So on YouTube, what you would do is you would use 3D YouTube ads targeting, reaching the right person, ability to invest at the right time with the right ad. So you'd want to create an ad that has a hook, educate, call to action. So it specifically speak to those people. Again, I don't know the legality of speaking to people who are, undocumented or things like that. So you do want to make sure that you review that. I'm just giving you an example. So you would talk about that. Then you would add in the educate and the call to action. So you would build up the specific video itself. And then what you would want to do is you would want to target people in the US, but speak Spanish. So that would be what you would layer there. And then you would probably want to get, I don't know if you want to target, you could target specific areas or household income. You could also target specific search terms or keywords. Again, I don't know if there are block keywords or not, but that's what I would recommend for you. So if you're looking to, target those people individually, that's what I would recommend. Is I would recommend Spanish speaking, US, possibly doing some, you might actually see a lot of success with unknown, with unknown income, unknown age, because maybe they're not signed into an account. I know for certain things we've seen some success there. So that's what I recommend for you. All right, Daniel asks, hey, Alric, I am currently running Facebook ads to a bar, restaurant, venue owners. I'm interested in trying YouTube ads. However, I cannot find too many YouTube channels. Do you think YouTube ads would work? Great question. So it doesn't have to just be channels. what you could do is you could, again, with our 3D targeting, and I know we're diving into a couple of YouTube questions. I see one more OmniPresent question I'm going to get into here, and I think there were a few from before that we're going to hit while we close up. So let me know down below biggest OmniPresent questions here, and we're going to be on for a few more minutes. So in terms of YouTube, Daniel, what I would recommend is you would want to target based on who they are. So you can actually create audiences around restaurant bar owners, and then whatever they're looking to do. So whatever you help people with. So let's say you help them with marketing. You'd want to then layer with the fact that they're watching videos on how to grow or how to get more people to their bar, or how to get more people to their restaurant, or just marketing in general, or business videos in general, topics or keywords. Then you're going to layer with household income. So maybe you have a specific household income or demographics, a certain region. So you're going to add all that layering together. That's what's going to give you the best results. So you can definitely do that on YouTube. One great example, for instance, is Jared Ernie, one of our clients, targeting local brick and mortar companies, and he helps them with Google reviews. I think he also helps some restaurants and stuff, but he works with local companies on Google. You can check out the testimonials with him, but YouTube ads absolutely crush for him. The exact same thing, reaching the right person, business owner, layering with the fact that they're looking at marketing, business growth, and then also they're in an income bracket that can afford it. I'd recommend that. All right, David Patrick Green asks, should you start OmniPresent off the bat or start with YouTube and move into other platforms? And then he has another question. So start with Omni. These are a couple great questions actually to round out here at the end. So should you start with OmniPresent off the bat or start with YouTube and move into other platforms? So it depends if you already have ads that you're running. I'd recommend starting OmniPresent or starting retargeting as soon as you're able to. On YouTube and Google, you need 1,000 people in that audience to start off. So once you have 1,000 people, that's when you can start running those retargeting ads. So you want to make sure that you have enough people in your ads or in your audiences to start running those ads efficiently. So it's like I said earlier, around 1,000 is what I'd recommend. Now, if you already have other ways of bringing people in, or you already have an existing list or people going to your site, then that's a great place to start. But I would recommend start with YouTube and then go from there. So I'd recommend, David, feel free to book a call. Yes, do OmniPresent ads run forever until you get the click, or is there some way to know when to stop targeting someone? Great question. So forever is 540 days. 540 days is the amount of time that Google lets you retarget people. But actually, you can do longer. If you have their email address, you can just upload their email address as well. So we run the retargeting ads as long as possible, but we do tiered. So we're going to do 540 days. It's kind of a base. Then we're also targeting based on 90 days, and we're based on 30 days and maybe 7 or 14 days. And we're going to hit those people harder than people over here. So we're going to actually really focus on recency, but we want to hit everybody. And that is the answer to that question. All right, Nova asks, booked a call with you twice and both calls canceled by your team. I have a Shopify store I'm trying to promote. Great question. So we want to work with people that we know are going to be the absolute best fit to work with us. And so if you have a Shopify, we actually have another offering that might be actually a better fit for you. I recommend, we might have one of our specialists on this call. I'm not sure where you post that comment. Lauren can connect you with them, or feel free to reach out to hello@adoutreach.com. We actually just put together a new offering for people that have Shopify stores, or people who maybe aren't our normal fit of a client that's at the level to work hands-on with us. But here's the example why. We only want to work with people if we know it's a good fit and we're going to be able to get you the absolute best results working together. However, Nova, we just did come out with something new on YouTube ads that is a better fit for Shopify, is going to help people who are e-commerce or smaller businesses get off the ground and get rocking and rolling. And then I just see another question in here. Let me see this question here. What content should I create for my retargeting? Specifically, any tips for objection handling in my retargeting content? If you'd recommend just one place to start retargeting, what would that be? There's also a few other, there's a bunch of questions all in one. So I think this is going to be the last question that we dive into here. By the way, if you're watching this, adoutreach.com/omnipresent. That's where you can book your OmniPresent retargeting strategy call, adoutreach.com/omnipresent. So what content should I create for my retargeting? So those are the 5 different videos. I covered that a little bit earlier. So you want to create, this is a great recap for everybody. And you want to do the objection handling in there. So just to kind of answer that, when you're getting started with paid ads, when you're diving in, when you're doing your OmniPresent retargeting, you want to do all 5. You want to do the classic retargeting ad, remind, entice, value, call to action. You want to do your content-driven retargeting ads. You want to do your testimonial and case study, your supercut, so variety case studies all back to back, and also your cross-promotion retargeting. You want to run those cross-platform, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Taboola, Twitter, Pinterest, Snapchat, every platform. You want to use all the different platforms, and then also make sure that you're leveraging those platforms the best way. And that's something that we can help you out with as well. We do have our OmniPresent Retargeting PDF. The link will be floating around somewhere here. We also have our OmniPresent Retargeting strategy call by going to adoutreach.com/omnipresent. And if you want a YouTube ads retargeting call, adoutreach.com/apply. Feel free to watch our last video that we did on YouTube ads. We did a YouTube ads AMA last time. Feel free to check that out. It's on the YouTube channel. It's in the Facebook group. Feel free to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Go ahead and book that call. If you're in Facebook, let us know down below. If you have any other questions, same thing on YouTube, let us know. We're going to be answering some of these questions on here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time at adoutreach.com/omnipresent to book your OmniPresent retargeting strategy call. Let's help you show up everywhere. Let's take those leads, turn on the microwave, warm them up, and bring them into your business. Thanks so much for watching. I'm, of course, Alric Heck, and I'll see you in the next video.